In the stream? No, oh no, Aaron, no. We're not ending the stream. We're gonna open the podcast. It's podcast time. So my regular playing games is done for now. We're gonna do the podcast. So, but we're gonna do it here on my channel. So let me see here if I can't call you guys up. Let's see.
What?
There we go. I think, yeah. Podcast hype.
I'm hearing it like 4 times now because the stream not muted.
Yeah, mute the stream. How you doing, Ben?
Doing well, man. Doing well.
Nice.
There's Mark.
That's
Ooh,
Mark.
Howdy.
Ooh, looking shiny today, Mark.
Shiny. Very interesting.
Oh, we can't hear you. That's
Little
much
fun.
better. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can hear you. Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Great story, Mark.
Howdy, Goose.
Hi, doggy. This is the best podcast.
Got it.
Professional.
I was about to say.
We strive on that.
Can we replace Mark with Ben instead?
Wow. Shots fired. Already.
Oh no, video off.
That was on purpose.
Mark, I was kidding, Mark. Okay, I need to.
Mark.
Yeah, Mark with Brenda, right?
Mark's still.
It's not even a Brenda. It's not even a
Brenda
Brenda.
won't tolerate this. Brenda, there's no. Brenda won't sit in her bed.
Yeah. Okay, this is.
Mark's still raging
No,
over
I'm here.
Red
So-
Dead Online.
My excuse is like the pop filter that we're now using blocks my mute button, so I didn't see that
What?
it was flashing as muted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I haven't really been muting my mic because I usually use push to talk, but
Gotcha. Let me see.
Mark,
here.
we're just joking about making fun of you. Calm down.
Jesus, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Can we see that webcam now? What's going on over there?
oh,
That's what I look like. I look like a circuit board.
Yeah.
Display for people intermission. Let's see here. Add new source.
I always thought Mark was part computer.
It's always been part computer, part machine, and part McDonald's.
You know, I take offense to that, Goose. All right,
Alright.
because McDonald's is the worst one out of everyone. Any other one?
Okay.
Arby's, great.
oh wow.
Oh wow, let's do it like this instead. This is way better, way better. Have you three guys
I
instead?
look pretty big on the screen.
You,
Okay,
it's probably because it's looking for the camera on your OBS.
no, yeah, I know. I can't have OBS and Discord on
Yeah,
the
if
same
they're using
time.
the same source.
Yep.
Oh.
So let's see here.
Who's giving the crap out next?
It's gonna-
Mark,
No! Bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
Let's see here.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So let's do like a little bit of this. Like this, I can't do offline. I need to do this like while we actually are. But I only need to do this once, and then it's like all good, basically.
Yeah, my bad. I was ignorant to the fact we could have been a little earlier.
No.
Sorry.
No. It's all good. Let's see here. Oh no.
We were just doing so good on Red Dead Online. We just had to keep playing it until 10.
How are you guys liking Red Dead Online so far?
Mark, I'll let you answer first. You're the highest level out of all of us. I'll give you let's hear your insight.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the whole like free roam, it's kind of cool to like sign into the world, and it's like you make your character, you have experience, you level up, you can unlock shit, and you do it all with your friends.
Yeah.
But like what's not fun is like people just play or kill, like the griefing. It's like just what you mentioned, Goose. Like as soon as someone else like sees you basically on the free roam.
Yeah.
Headshot.
Yeah, you get shot.
Yeah.
But there's like there's missions, there's like random encounters, and like once I don't know how many hours I've spent, but like last night for the first time we basically got to a point where we like did a few missions together and did some co-op, and it was actually like pretty fun. But
There you go.
yeah, getting like ganked repeatedly is like really obnoxious. And then like the PvP or like deathmatch modes is just like, I don't know, not all that interesting because of like lock-on aiming.
Yeah.
But
How about the economy? I've read some not so pleasant things about the economy.
yeah. I mean,
our buddy was about to go and steal some pigs because I guess that's like the best way to like
Stealing pigs.
gold per
Stealing
hour is
pigs?
like that's the best thing to do. Yeah, I don't know.
like
what?
one example of why people are upset is like if you do like one storyline mission, you'll get like $3, and then like you can buy a can of beans for like $1.50.
Ooh, can of beans?
Cans of beans.
The can of beans isn't even that powerful in the game. Like it heals and restores your stamina a little bit. Oh my God, there's 2 Joes.
Whoa,
What the fuck? Actually,
It's Mark cosplaying as Joe.
yeah.
Uh,
I guess do like this.
Whoa, Jay shifts in chat. What?
Whoa, Jay, what's up, buddy?
what up, Jay?
What's up, dude?
But with all that too, you also have to like buy your ammo, even in the PvP. Mark ran out of ammo today. And he couldn't use one of his
Drop
guns.
ammo like in the single player.
That's an drop
They,
ammo?
they do, but like
They do.
basically like it's happened to me multiple times where I'm just like doing like deathmatch and I can't use my rifle. It's like, oh, I'm out of rifle ammo, so I need to wait till
that's
like, the
shitty.
lobby. But there are like a lot of the modes have guns just lying around that you can just
Okay.
pick up
Yeah.
and use. They just give you ammo. But yeah, I don't know if I was someone like. The game has flaws. I'm not like, man, I spent $60 on it and stuff. I'm like somewhat invested, but it's not like this has to be good for me. I don't really like. All I care about is if it's fun. I mean, there's so many other games I can play. So
Yeah.
And still think
Did
it's
you
a fun
do
game.
single player?
yeah. So I think I'm on like chapter 4 of the single player, and like, I guess the free roam is really cool in multiplayer, but I'm not like as motivated to do it because one, there's like people just ganking you. And then, like, if I want to do that, I'll just go do the single player kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of,
I really enjoyed the campaign.
yeah. Did you finish it, right?
I did it last weekend. I got through all the epilogues and everything. I thought, I mean, just in terms of how it tells its story and such, it really kept me hooked. I mean, it's surprising for a game that long and how much a commitment it has, and the like the slowdown time where it's like you have to, ride your horse for miles and miles and miles and maybe do some, basic third person cover shooting, how invested you get in all these characters and their stories and how the choices you make really do. It doesn't really change the end of the story necessarily, maybe a little bit, but it changes how the story tells itself. And that kept me hooked, and it really stuck with me. So I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, no, like the single player, I'm like absolutely loving. But like, yeah, so if there's people out there that like want it to be their main game and like are really passionate about it, then I would be upset about the economy because like, yeah, it's kind of like busted.
Yeah.
Or it's not. It just needs to be iterated on. Basically, they need to make some changes. And like one for like improving the kind of like griefing aspect. So we we got to like level 10 and they give you a treasure map. So we go to try to get the treasure map, and of course there's other players there, and like we just like have a shootout. You know, like we kill them, they kill us, we respawn, just like back and forth. You spawn so close, and you just like it's just like endless. You know, it's whoever like gives up and leaves first.
Yeah.
But if they made it so you'd like spawn further away, then you would at least like control that area for a little bit, because it feels bad. Like, oh, you know, we got them, we killed them, boom, they're dead, like we won, and then 2 seconds later they're back and they just kill you. Like, you know.
Yeah, the concept's like. The concept's definitely like there, and from what I hear, the community's like, I don't want to, but like kind of in outrage, but like they're definitely like complaining, and hopefully they just like listen to the community and fix it, which I think they will. I think they're definitely trying to make it like their second GTA Online, like 2.0 kind of.
Yeah. Just
with like the Red Dead franchise, but
I mean, they're hoping to like bring in money somehow through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's a game as a service, so they're gonna like really try to. I don't know. I didn't play GTA Online, and that's probably a pretty like decent example of how things will go as far as like how fast they listen to people, or Or there any big?
They monetize the shit out of GTA Online.
Yeah, that's what I remember as well. Like quite a lot at least. I didn't play a ton of the GTA Online, but yeah, it was, if I remember correctly, it was very heavy on the monetization.
Yeah, like I think I maybe have, I don't know, like 5 to 10 hours of playing Red Dead Online.
Yeah.
And I'm level 11, and like I have like $130 or $150.
Oh, cat.
He was meowing at me.
Cat. Cat.
He wouldn't let me talk to you guys.
Like, notice me, senpai.
Yeah, notice
me, senpai. Notice me.
I think I can almost buy a shotgun.
Ooh. Shotgun.
That's I think what I'm going to be saving up for.
Why, so you can end it in game.
Blast myself.
I get a shotgun in this game and just end it.
Yeah, I was getting pretty tilted like playing it for the first time. Just I don't know. I just felt like sorry.
No, please.
I was just like the last thing for like, because I play a lot of like PvP games and stuff, and like, of course, if I was better at it, it'd be more fun. But I just feel like the skill ceiling is so low, just because like you just like spawn in, run around, try to like find someone with auto lock, and then just like aim up a little bit, and then boom, rifle one hit kill. And it's like the skill ceiling is low. But
it's not okay.
Like it's I could I'll probably like get okay at it, and maybe it'll be more fun later, but I just don't think it's that interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I basically, I'm not even doing the multiplayer, I don't even care about it. Yeah. I'm curious about it, but I'm not gonna do it. So
I think our like plan. So we have a few friends. You know, I think there's like maybe 4 or 5 of us that have it. So we want to like try to like posse up and do the co-op missions. But
maybe hog tie some people.
Yeah, maybe hog tie a few people
along the way,
and then play Red Dead Online.
Yeah, exactly.
First hog tie some people, then play some Red Dead.
Well, yeah, it's funny actually. Mark just said today was Bob, my brother. He's like, what was he saying? He was like playing single player. He's like, yeah, I just sit outside of towns waiting for people to come up, hog tie them, and I steal like 30, just like kill them and steal 30 cents from them. And Mark's like, that sounds like exactly like online. So you'd be doing the exact same thing online.
30 cents.
Yeah, it's all it's really low.
It's ridiculous that they give you 30 cents. I mean, the NPCs in the game are like, especially towards the end, it's like $5 if you loot them, or sometimes more if you pick up like if you rob a good citizen of Saint Denis or something like that, who's like rich or something like that.
Can you like rob other people?
You can take anything from anybody at any time. I mean, like, if you are this outlaw bandit jerk and just murder and rob everyone, I mean, there's nothing really stopping you from doing that. It'll affect your morality. You'll be really negative, probably. But
probably. No,
well,
it does. I'll confirm that.
Yeah, I mean, if you do that, that's do that. But
I didn't
But
even
yeah, you
try.
could-
I didn't even try. It was horrible. A guy hit me. I like flailed my arm towards the sheriff. My arm was up. I was like, I'll turn myself in. I only have $100 bounty.
Yeah.
No big deal. Turn myself in. A guy
It's not-
trots by on a horse, hits me. I like slap the cop. All of a sudden, I'm getting shot at from every angle. $500 bounty.
It's not like any of the enemies are strong. Like
No,
every
it's
enemy in the game, if you headshot them, they are dead. It doesn't
Dead
matter
eye.
what gun you use.
Yeah.
You don't need to have anything special. So like, if you're decent at the game and you can pull off headshots, you could just kill the entire law enforcement apparatus of
Yeah.
the entire.
That's what I ended up
Damn.
doing. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, Mark. All right, $800 bounty later. $800 bounty later. I'm gonna have to go to the post office.
Yeah, that was Joe's first experience, like playing. Like he made his own file at my house and like accidentally like killed. I don't even remember how it started, but
Don't
pretty
worry about how
soon-
it started.
pretty
man.
soon he was in just a rampage, and like bounty was like $200.
Yeah.
It was my fault. It was my fault up to the $100. All right, I'm gonna say that. I was gonna turn myself in. It was gonna be all good.
Nice.
Mark talked me out of my rage, and that whole story happened. Oh,
you-
okay.
You created your own little story there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't go to Valentine anymore in that story unless I get like I don't know how much the bounty is, but it's like a ridiculous amount I don't have yet.
But that's interesting. That's pretty unique in itself. Like you created your own like kind of like a little adventure or story like happen.
Well,
Yeah.
that's really one of the big things about the game too, especially in
Yeah.
the single player, is that there's so many little things that can happen on the map
Yeah.
that you really are creating your own sort of stories. You got like there
Yeah.
are the missions, and the missions have their own distinct story. But on your way to the mission, you'll find some dude who like is chained up, and then you could decide what you do with that guy, and then you could go into town, and you might find a
Yeah.
bounty, or something like that. Like there's
Gotcha.
there's a ton of
And then even on that, like, I think that's what they were trying to go for, because you have the little like notebook. Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
press
seen
left.
that. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
journal basically.
Yeah,
Like,
and your character will
Just-
like draw pictures of what happened. So like, and then it saves like those pages, so you can
Oh,
like
shit,
go
shit.
back to page 1 and look at like your sequence, and like yes, certain random encounters will like add to that notebook. So
yeah.
players probably won't have the same.
Yeah, we're not talking about Fallout 76.
Yeah, I'm changing
Fallout
here.
76
I
I forgot to change that. Sorry. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Fallout 70, I mean, look, there's a difference between the open worlds of Fallout 76 and Red Dead 2, in terms of life and things like that.
Oh yeah.
I think in some ways it's kind of to Fallout 76's disadvantage. It came out right when Red Dead did, because
Yeah.
Red Dead is like this crazy team
Way
world where
superior.
everything
Just
touches
like way
everything.
fucking better. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't compare them to. It's like yeah.
Well, just in development for like probably a lot longer, I'd
Yeah.
imagine.
Probably.
And, like,
They usually
higher
are.
budget.
Rockstar games are usually in in development hell, basically. All of the games have been like that way. They
Yeah.
try to push as the best possible they can with the game themselves, like trying to make it just the best as possible. Because they have so much high expectation. Like there's so many people looking at them, and be like, okay, you need to make this a perfect fucking game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just have low expectations like Bethesda. It'll
Yeah.
all work out.
Bethesda's like, fuck it, we're like Bethesda, it doesn't matter. People will buy our games.
It's true though, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's-
No, no,
it
it's
was a
true.
cash grab. I mean,
Yeah.
they knew that people were ready for some kind of either Elder Scrolls or Fallout open world
Yeah.
thing. The multiplayer online thing is a big deal now, and they're like, we could put out this game on an old engine, and people will buy it, and people did buy it, and then they extended it so far as to sell you crappy bags for $200, and then
Ooh, I heard all about
Thanks.
that.
Yeah,
too.
the bag. Oh, the bag is interesting. That is an
That's
interesting
still
topic.
going down too,
That
isn't
came
it?
up last night at my house. We had some friends
Yeah.
over there talking about it.
Yes.
insulting to their customers.
So basically,
Yeah,
what happened
it
was
really
that
is.
Bethesda, like from the
Like,
pre-order,
it's a
they had you can get the power armor helmet from the collector's edition. You get like miniatures, a map, and then you will get a canvas bag. But when the game was released, the people got their like collector's edition. They got like this shitty half-ass trash bag of a nylon bag, basically. And then like at first, people like didn't really catch on it. It was like, oh, cool, a bag, huh? But when people looked it up, I'm like, wait a minute. When I pre-ordered this, it said canvas bag, not fucking nylon.
Yeah.
And then people like start like messaging Bethesda, be like, okay, is this something went wrong here? Like, why am I getting a trash bag instead of like actually canvas bag? They're like, well, you know, it was pretty expensive, so we just switched to nylon bag instead.
It's such nonsense. I mean, in terms of what they mark up these special editions for, I mean, the special editions are all about margin, like getting someone to spend extra $140 on something that probably cost them $5 to make. I mean,
yeah, but it's like you could at least just told them that earlier. Like, I'd had experience with like collector's edition and limited edition, where like you would get something, but they at least before the game release were like, hey, you guys knows we can't really like deliver exactly like this. We're not either they're like they're not happy with it and then they will like postpone this specific item,
or make a game that's not as shitty and people might not care about the bag so much. I mean, that's the other thing. It's like one other piece of news on a game that's kind of been tainted from the beginning.
Yeah. As soon as the Diablo Immortal like shit hit the fan, all of the like media outlets were like just rushing to just output like massive amounts of drama regarding it. And...
but
these companies though are a lot of the people who make the decisions about these games seem to be very out of touch in terms of their audience. Like, it's like when they make the Fallout 76 Collector's Edition, they don't realize that the people who are most likely to buy this thing are the people who are going to really care about the bag quality. And it's like the same thing for what was the example you were just bringing up before, Mark? I just lost my train of thought.
Pertaining to a different game?
Yeah, it was a different game. Diablo.
Immortals.
So, like, that game wouldn't be so offensive if they said at this con for hardcore gamers who are like super about this PC experience, they said, "Oh, Diablo 4 is coming out, but we also have this mobile game coming out."
Yeah,
and no one would care about the mobile game.
Or not having as the last highlight thing, like the big stage of like this thing, like make this new Diablo game, but it's mobile. It's like
And then when their hardcore fans are like, we don't want a mobile game, we want an actual Diablo game.
Yeah.
They're like, don't you have a phone?
Don't you guys have phones?
It's all out of touch. It's just not out of touch with how their consumers at their events, their audiences.
Yeah. But there's one thing about like this, quickly talk about Fallout, the whole bag incident. What's funny was that the people who complained, they gave them 500 like in-game currency, which is the cost. The amount of cost is for $499. But the icing on the cake of that is that is not really much money. But like the ice on the cake is that there's an in-game skin of a postman who wears a canvas bag, but that skin is more
500.
Is more than 500. You can't buy that skin with the 500 in-game currency you got.
It's a completely valueless piece of digital graphics that you can buy in the game.
It's like you can't even buy the fucking in-game canvas in the game. That's because awesome. With that currency, it's like, god damn it.
Yeah.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, I remember when I was like a child and I thought like every game was like perfect when it came out and everything was all magical. And then like I like reserved Dead Island and like bought it with my money.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was.
That's when you first realized like this.
Things can go wrong, boys. Things can go wrong.
I completed that game actually. But
I eventually did.
Yeah.
8 years later on
8
Xbox.
years later. Basically the same here. I bought it, like me and a bunch of friends bought it to play together. But it basically was unplayable, just like Fallout 76. Like you couldn't play together. We were like in different sessions, even though we were in the same team. It was like, what the fuck is going on?
It was. I don't even like. I was still too young to even realize like exactly what was wrong. And all I know, I just like couldn't play. We actually we played for like a few hours, like early in the morning, and I was like, well, we woke up so early, I'm gonna take a nap. Got on like 2 hours later, and everything was fucked. I was like, no way. I got to like dip my toe in the water, and then just you ain't swimming today.
Swimming today. But the game was horseshit though. That was really bad game.
Yeah, I just love anything zombie. So
there were a few times where they would do like factory recalls of stuff of like older games when they would be not good. But it wasn't as common. Like now everything gets a patch, at least on day one, and usually.
Well, yeah, it's a quick
Yeah.
buck. It's a quick buck.
Some of these broken games, they get them for months. You know, Mass Effect games, we got it forever. These fixes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there were a few cases like that you could probably look up where companies had to re-release a product. I think Virtua Fighter on the Saturn, like they had to re-release, and
really?
they had to ship a different disc because it was so poorly received initially.
Damn.
Yeah, and there's no way they don't have any distribution channel to like put out a patch. You know, it's like, okay, send those physical copies back. Like, that's a bad version.
We'll have to resend you some more.
To Sega's credit, in 1995, they went to the expense of fixing it. Like they're like, instead of saying, oh, games are so expensive to make, they're like, okay, we're gonna ship a new disc to people. Like we're gonna fix it and then ship you a new disc. It's pretty. I mean,
that's commendable. That's commendable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now like early access and even like I think like Fortnite. When you open up Fortnite,
it says early access.
The loading screen, it says early access. It still says it.
It still says how long is it early access?
I just want to confirm that.
I
just want to confirm that. I'm
Red Dead Online.
It did say
beta.
Like beta man. We should play
Red Dead Online is.
I think the only beta thing about Red Dead Online was who they allowed to get into it, right? Like, wasn't it just a matter of what edition you got and stuff like that? Like, it's not actually beta.
It's called Red Dead Online Beta. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think I saw that. But if you got like,
there were different like release
before, a certain date, then you're able to play like a night earlier or some shit.
AAA games, you gotta get your money. You gotta get every little dollar, and I'm getting more and more sick of it, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I usually don't like go for big AAA games, like because I kind of like, I mean, Nintendo aside, like I do get a lot of Nintendo releases, like their big $60 games.
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't have all these problems though. I mean, Nintendo ain't putting out big games that are crashing.
But they don't release that many games to begin with either, so they actually have like a lot of time to just like actually make it good as possible, and they're like really fucking good at optimizing their games as well.
There's certain
that's their credit. I mean,
if it's like first party like developed as well, because like things like Mario Tennis or Mario Party, those aren't like those games don't come with as much like polish or like that Nintendo quality as like Splatoon or like Mario Odyssey or Zelda. Like, I don't know. Like, to look at Mario Tennis and say, or like Mario Party and say it's a $60 game and compare it to like Breath of the Wild, I don't think Mario Party...
compare anything to Breath of the Wild. I mean, Breath of the Wild...
in like Splatoon, there's so much loaded, like, Splatoon has like a full campaign, like multiplayer co-op, multiplayer competitive.
I'm not the biggest Mario Party fan, but I will give you a case study of Mario Party and why I actually kind of respect what Nintendo did with the new one, at least. So on Thanksgiving, I got Super Mario Party with the Joy-Con. They had the set. It was like $100, and you could get an extra set of Joy-Cons with it.
Okay.
Which you need, because if you want 4 people, you need 4 Joy-Cons. You can't do any other controllers. But that is a bad value thing. I mean, they need to think about a solution to that. But the point is, it's not the best game. Like, it's a bunch of mini games and stuff like that, but it runs solid. It runs at 60 frames a second. It's colorful and bright. It has a lot of music. And I gave it to 4 kids to play and sit and play party games for a couple hours, and they could not stop playing it.
Oh yeah.
And compared to the others, recent Mario Party entries, I think it's a pretty decent quality party game.
Yeah.
And so we say, well, is it worth $60? And I would say, as a consumer product, yes. Now, is it worth what Breath of the Wild? Breath of the Wild is like a landmark game. I mean, so I'm not gonna hold it to that standard. But Fallout 76 is $60, and Super Mario Party is $60.
Yeah.
And one of these games, I could just put in, and it works, and it does what it says it can do. And the other is
you need value for your money, basically, because. Money, like games are very expensive nowadays. So you need value for what you spend for.
Like on that, like a good example I think is like Artifact. I know I brought it up maybe last podcast, but the Dota card game, the Dota 2 card game.
I've seen some gameplay, Mark. Just want to let you know about
well, I've been it was I don't know. I'm not sure what the actual dates were, but it recently like came out, and there was a like I don't know, 15 or 20 day like pre-purchase period where like a lot of streamers were playing it, like Hearthstone streamers and stuff, big streamers. But like there's a lot of controversy surrounding like that game's monetization because it's a $20 game, and then like basically there's no way to like acquire more cards for your collection without like using real life currency.
Yeah, man.
Is like what it kind of boils down to, like. So that's and like the Steam marketplace, like each individual card is going to be like purchasable through Steam marketplace.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Steam loves that too. They get a piece of the action every time.
Yeah, so it's a Valve. Yeah, it's a Valve like product. So they own Dota. But
you know, I'm playing the Messenger, and it's $16 on the eShop, and it's an independent game, and it just works, and you don't have to buy anything for it. It just you just play it, and you have fun with it for a while, and then when you're done, you go, "That's a fun game," and you don't have to worry about any of this bullshit.
Right.
And there's something to be said for that, and I feel like I'm moving more in that direction. And I still like you, Mark. It's not like I'm gonna not play these AAA games. I'm definitely gonna end up playing some of them, but
AAA is kind of going down.
Less appealing.
Yeah, it's going downhill right now. Like they take shit for granted.
Yeah.
They just half-ass things and they're like, well, people will buy this game either way. It doesn't matter. Like a lot of it is kind of like I would say casual players. Like there are a lot of casual players that don't look into like news, like how things are production with the game, or even look up like reviews of the game. They're like, oh, say Battlefront 2, for example. It was a fucking disaster. A lot of people bought it because like, what is a Star Wars game? It's gotta be good. It's gotta be good.
Yeah. Well, so I think
Darth Maul likes
the way like a AAA game means like what? It's like develop like what is like the definition of that? Just like the publishers like the amount of money they're spending, or like the size of the project, basically the scope.
I would say the publisher, like who is actually putting it out, the company itself putting it out.
Right. So like basically, I think the problem is
highest. Yeah, it has highest development budget and levels of promotion.
So though candidates for those projects are going to be like things that already like have so many sequel. Like once it develops into an IP, like Resident Evil, for example, or like Dead Space or Mass Effect, right? Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 3, or like Mass Effect Andromeda are like drastically different games.
Yeah.
And even like Fallout. So like the once it just becomes like sequel after sequel, or like just this giant IP where they got to make a new Fallout game every this many years, then it kind of like loses touch with.
Yeah, you can easily look at that at Call of Duty as well. Like they pump up the new every single year, and it basically are kind of the same in each iteration that comes out. They have to pump it up because like a lot of people want one, basically.
I kind of wonder if the game industry now is so mainstream, and it is much more like movies and TV and things where you see a lot more generic stuff. I mean, and think about what the old sequels were, in the 90s, it was like, oh, we're going to get a Final Fantasy game every couple of years or something. And these were highly anticipated games, but they were really targeted towards an audience that was very marginal. Like there weren't that many. I mean, when Final Fantasy 9 came out, for example, just one of the games.
Yeah.
Like they weren't marketing it to sell, get $800 million in sales the first. Right. I mean, that was just not the market.
No. Which is probably what Final Fantasy 15, like Final Fantasy 15, for example, like that's probably what they tried to do. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Action combat and just like trying to make it more. But yeah, that's a really good point.
Final Fantasy 15, I like it.
I put like 30 hours into it. Half of it was like fishing.
It's not my favorite one, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
I think it was fun as well. Like, yeah, it's not my favorite,
also
but
buggy.
had fun at least playing it.
Like the open world, like the size of it really did kind of like feel like an MMO, like
Yeah, isn't it not turn-based or whatever? Isn't it?
No, it's action-based, all action.
Yeah, it's like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
it's all. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a good.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
I think it's
Kingdom Hearts. I want my new Kingdom Hearts game. God damn it!
My friend yesterday showed me that he was at a GameStop and they gave him the big cardboard standee for Kingdom Hearts 3, like 6 feet tall. They just gave it to him, and it's really impressive looking. Yeah.
I want that. What the fuck?
Like, we're throwing
Go
this
to
out
GameStop
anyway.
and hassle him. Say, some guy in America told me he got a standee. I demand this.
I just.
Like, when you go to throw this out, just call me.
I was gonna go to my
I
local
bet if you
GameStop.
went
Like,
there, just like, do you have things to throw out? They'd probably just give it to you, give you stuff.
I got a lot
Yeah,
of.
but
Like, there was a game store here in Sweden that is not doesn't exist anymore. There, this
Game
bankrupt
Chris?
or- No, what? Game Chris?
Game Chris?
Game Chris? No, we just called Game. We just called Game. But like, I knew a lot of people in that local game store or whatever, and I got like a lot of like free swag from that as well. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool. But I want like stuff like
Poor
that.
Black
as well.
Arena.
Like Arena.
The store's called Game. They only sell one game.
And you have to
They
buy
change
it.
it every week, but it's just
And
one
it's
game.
Fortnite.
It's game,
Right, exactly. They sell mats for Fortnite.
game of the day. Fortnite.
They hate us because they ain't us, boys. Alright?
Alright.
Is it anus? Is that what you
Anus.
said?
Because they ain't us, boys. What?
I didn't want to go to heaven's anyway.
I'm just waiting for a WoW Classic, alright? I'm playing Fortnite until WoW Classic comes out.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Talk
Same.
about a AAA cash grab.
Oh!
I mean, I have nothing
It's a
against it.
phenomenal
I think
game.
The game, right? The game is good. I agree. But when I say a cash grab, it is very much a cash grab.
It is
They're selling
easy.
you.
All
They're
you have
selling
to do
you
is
things-
all you have to do is pay
Yeah,
$50 a month to
yeah,
play it.
exactly.
Whatever.
Like they're selling you the things you already have.
No, no one has it. No one has it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like the people were like putting up private servers,
Yeah.
and like Blizzard was like, "Please
Yeah.
stop! Like you have to stop." And they're like, "We're not gonna stop."
We're not gonna stop. We want
And
WoW
then
Classic.
Blizzard's like, "Okay, you're not stopping, so we have to. People are playing this shit. They won't
Yeah.
stop. We have to make it our own." Like
I don't
eventually,
blame them. I
all
don't
that
blame them.
noise. Right, the noise went on long enough, so where they're like, okay, well, we can spend money because we think we'll get our money back.
What ice
Yeah.
cream flavor do you like? Like chocolate? Do you like
Well,
vanilla?
Activision.
Do we have some Mint Tingling fans in the crowd? Mint Tingling? Anyone? No? How about Rocky Roads? Woo! Rocky Roads.
Rock
I think that
Uh,
whole like meme how he presented it was pretty sick though,
But
because he was
fuck.
like the original meme creator of that. You think you do, but you don't.
But you don't.
you think you do, but you don't.
When they introduced when Mike Morheim like was passing the torch and he introduced, he's
Yeah.
like, "You think you know Jay?"
No.
And everyone's like, "Ah, he said it."
Who said it? Lucio fans? Lucio!
Dude, Lucio is sick.
Pistachios.
Has anyone got those yet?
Lucios? No, we
How
don't
much
have
is a
it.
box?
We don't have it here.
How much is a box?
After eating the Mario cereal, I decided I was done.
Oh
With
damn,
that.
there's a Mario series.
Yeah.
You see the
You get, like-
Amiibo?
you get, like,
There's
VR
Amiibo?
cards.
Yeah.
You get like
What?
Amiibo VR cards, right?
So
Freaking
I
out
know I
right
have
now.
a box around here somewhere, but the box was an Amiibo that you could use in
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey,
Hmm.
and
Wow.
it's like sort of like a Lucky Charms thing, and
Yeah.
it's like sugary cereal, so I didn't like it.
We didn't.
But I mean, I bet people would like it. I just don't like it.
They were like outraged here in
Shit
Sweden.
ton
Sweden, like
marshmallows.
all games, like we don't get that shit over here. Import it. Import it.
Are you talking about the Lucio's forums over there?
I like sugary things, but those weren't that good.
I like cereals, but not that.
Okay, I found a box of Lucio's. It was from BlizzCon. It's $16 on eBay. Plus $10 shipping.
Oh god. If you want
Wait,
babies,
from BlizzCon?
It comes with a free
BlizzCon?
Lucio album.
Is that
What?
freshly sealed?
It goes with an actual piece of music or something. I guess that's okay.
you'd be like
Uh,
jamming to what some Lucius.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
Turn number one. Drop the cereal bowl. Oh god, no. Sorsaker, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing?
I like
Yeah.
that emote.
Yeah,
The Canisette emote.
I like you.
The Santa Cat emote. Whoa.
Oh, hey, oh, take it easy. Oh,
The Big Mastowski.
the big mistake. Ooh, we should make a big Mastowski emote.
Dude, we should
So
do a
last-
cooking stream.
Last night I was playing this. As I mentioned earlier, I was playing this game, The Messenger, which I don't know if anyone's played like old school Ninja Gaiden, like NES Ninja Gaiden.
Ooh,
But,
that's cool.
This game is really good, and I'm not going to say too much about what happens in it because it'll surprise you.
Should we watch the trailer on?
Yeah.
Like,
do you watch something?
If you guys want to, but I dig the game a lot.
Yeah, we should watch the trailer.
Let's see here.
Sometimes we watch videos on here.
Sometimes, not all the times. The Messenger.
And
that's right, Mono. The game is badass, or the music is badass. Yeah,
Walrus, so you're like a variety streamer, right?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to. I do stream a lot of different things. That's sort of how I play games. You know, I just go from thing to thing to thing. But my tastes tend to skew towards usually a little bit more retro-y stuff. Even the new games I play tend to skew retro. But I mean, I'll play Red Dead and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I'm a variety streamer. I like also playing weird stuff sometimes. Like I'll play some game that I have that nobody else has heard of, like Guitar Man.
Yeah, that's what I like.
One day I'll just play something like, what the hell is this? You know.
But you know what? You know what? It's really good to have you back again.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
What did you say, Goose?
Yeah, what?
What? It's good to have him back?
Yeah, I wasn't streaming for like about 2 weeks because I had capture card problems.
Yeah, it's capture card. Like...
I was playing Castlevania. I was playing Symphony of the Night, and that was a few weeks ago. I have 2 cats. Yes.
Sorry.
I figured on stream earlier, but he's sleeping now.
Oh. Let's see here. Do you want to watch The Messenger?
The Messenger. Yeah, the trailer.
Yeah, totally.
Let's see here. Trailer. Launch trailer. Ooh, okay. Let's see here.
Because I need a good single player game. I'm always playing too many competitive games.
You need a good single player game, dude.
You should play. So I let we have 2 PS4s. Me and Amanda, we each have a PS4, and I let Joe borrow, or me and Amanda let Joe borrow our second one, so we could play Red Dead Online with us because we haven't been using it basically since we stopped playing Monster Hunter. Yeah. But yeah, Joe, you should definitely play the single player for Red Dead. I think.
Yeah. Awesome.
Since you already have it.
It's a great streaming game too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just a lot of like random shit. Kind of stuff that pops up. And you can like. You can, put it on cinematic camera and like run to your quest while you like read chat or like, do something else. If you're looking for a good single player game.
Yeah. It's quite cool.
I'll definitely play through it. I already looked up the ending. I didn't think I was going to play
There's a big sloth that eats you slowly.
Don't ruin it for Mark. What?
Okay.
Who's to see the ending?
Let's see here.
The sloth?
It's not a sloth. I'm kidding.
Oh, Devolver? Ooh. Oh no, I forgot. Oh wait.
Yeah, it is Devolver that published it.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot one thing. I always keep forgetting.
Oh, but you gotta get the music. If you don't have the music, then this is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Who's gonna make it viewable for us here?
Yeah.
Or.
Wait.
He's gonna.
Ben!
Oh, Ben!
I don't know what has happened. Am I back yet?
I think Goose booted you.
Can you?
You're coming back, Egg.
Let me see it.
I don't know. Literally, like the Discord when it was like.
Yes, let me just double check if the.
It looked like Goose just booted you.
I didn't mean it. Okay. Okay, Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Mr. J. All right, let's see here. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Whoa! Oh, booty!
What the f is that? Oh, it was his pants, dude.
Pants, dude.
That was sick.
Well, I need to get this.
It looks pretty good.
This is fucking sick. I live in Ninja Gaiden. Whoa! Shit.
Ooh,
this game is very, very good too.
I'll wait till the end of this trailer, but I have a game I wanted to ask you about Lawless that you may have played.
Totally.
Ooh!
Yeah, the music is incredible.
Yeah, it really is though.
The music is really hot.
Wait, it changes graphics? No.
It goes from 8 to
8-bit?
16-bit.
Yeah, I was noticing. Like, what the-
In the game.
Yeah,
Oh, holy
that's sick.
It's cool.
That's
it's
fucking
super
sick.
Awesome. This game is rad.
So it's like kind of like different dimensions.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
and
a game like this.
Too. So like when it's an 8-bit graphics, the music is an 8-bit, and then as soon as you switch to 16-bit, it's like Genesis music.
Oh
So
wow.
it's super cool.
Okay, I need to buy this. It's to buy for me.
Looks like it's on Steam as well, or
Is it?
maybe other platforms too. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, didn't Ben say it was on Steam for like $15?
It's $20 on Steam. That's what I'm
Oh,
looking at.
$20.
$2.99. It's a good
Ooh.
deal.
$2.99.
Hey,
Wow.
Spider!
Somebody.
Baby! Was it the Messenger or yes, Messenger? Oh, it is on Steam.
Yeah, you didn't believe me?
I got it on Switch because I wanted to have the portable, but yeah.
Oh.
Switch looks like a great.
Yeah.
I'd definitely get it on the Switch. Actually,
It runs
the portable,
the same on everything, so.
the portability factor is like, yeah,
Phenomenal.
that'd be sick. Seriously, I don't know. I'm thinking about getting a Switch for that Smash.
Baby!
Oh,
I
I
can't wait.
don't know though. We'll see.
Oh, that's my birthday gift for myself. I'm gonna buy that.
Ooh.
Early birthday gift for myself.
I have good news, guys.
Oh.
The capture card I just bought on Amazon just went on sale for $34 less. So I'm gonna ask them for a
Ooh.
price match.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
Give me that money. I need it.
Get that money,
Seriously.
Ben.
Is it like a USB card or is it like internal?
Internal.
Nice.
Nice.
That's what I have as well.
Yeah,
I think
same
I think
here.
that's got to be better in the long term.
Well, I'm now able to sync my audio up, so I am doing all the audio through one device and for my captured stuff. So it's a lot better
Okay.
for me and makes my solution a lot better.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Well. Yeah. This is better long term to have it as a PCI Express. So we're having like a USB dongle. Also, like I feel like it's gotta be worse transfer speed as well using through the USB compared to like just have it on board. But I could be wrong.
I don't know. If I did get a Switch, would I want to also get like an internal one? If that's not like really my main source of like streaming. I guess it would be for if I smashed it.
So I used an external card for a long time, and the only problem was that it was just a little janky with the USB connection and power and stuff like that.
Mm.
And I was hearing I was getting latency too. Like, obviously, I don't see it as the one streaming, but I was hearing I would react to things before the stream would catch it.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's resolved now, and I think the quality of my stream
I
is a
mean,
little bit better.
If you're like just comparing the two like protocols like USB 3.0, if you're using USB 3.0
There's gotta
versus
be
like PCI Express, it has to be faster.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just going to be more stable too. USB is just
Yeah, and the audio, I did see people talking about that online when I was first doing research about like having your stuff match up, and like fortunately, there's just never been a problem for me.
Mm. Gotta get that PCI export.
Ew. How much is a capture card?
It's not too expensive.
So the one I looked at
120
was first it was 200, and then on Black Friday it was 160, and that's when I bought it. And now today it's 126. So
It's
it just
down.
keeps falling down in price of for some reason. But I'll take it. I need the money.
Yeah.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, true that. Because I might have to invest.
But that's if you
Alright.
want to stream your console games, of course.
Yeah, and I stream retro stuff from real hardware. So
Yeah.
like if I want to stream PC Engine or Neo Geo or like Sega Genesis or whatever, these
Yeah.
old systems that I convert, upscale, and all this stuff, I need to have a real capture solution. Otherwise, I'm just going to use emulators. And I collect games, so I don't. I mean, I play emulators sometimes, but I try and use the original hardware when I can.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just some way more nostalgia as well. Just actually using the hardware itself, like using the cartridges.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Have the
just-
real deal.
There are performance differences and then graphical output differences, audio differences. I mean, emulators are good, but it's
not perfect.
It's a different experience.
It emulates the hardware. It's not the actual real deal. It just emulates. You can't really like get specifically the hardware itself 100%. So we will like get glitches or like bugs or whatever.
How big is your collection, Ben?
I haven't seen this. Got
The
a spreadsheet.
2,000 to 3,000 games. I mean, I got tons of stuff over a lot of different generations. I've been collecting for 20 years.
Holy
Hell yeah.
shit!
Yeah,
I
it's
think
one of
Mark's
those-
starting that.
I'm starting that.
I feel like it with like all your Nintendo systems.
Not really. No.
I'm
Yeah, like
kind
a
of
bookshelf.
collecting. Yeah.
I mean, I play a lot. I just have. I wouldn't say I'm collecting them,
Yeah,
but I do have like a Super Nintendo, a Dreamcast.
I mean, I've been doing
Wii
it for
U.
a long, long time, so I feel like I can commit to it now. And it's not like even today that it's not like I'm buying hundreds of games a week or something like that. It's more like I've had games for a long time, and I bought a lot of games back then, and then now I just sort of every so often get some stuff and just build and build and build. And especially if you want some of the rare or hard to find stuff, it's pretty hard to do it on a budget.
Yeah.
And I don't recommend that people collect games unless they have realistic expectations about what they're going to find and how much they're going to pay, because it's an expensive hobby.
It's very expensive.
If you go for certain things.
Yeah, I'm within like a couple like Facebook groups here in Sweden, where just game collectors like trading and selling and stuff like that. So I'm like always kind of like on the lookout for like specific games for my collections to see if there's anyone that sells them cheaper than normally, or just stupid and I don't know the prices, like sell like dirt cheap basically. But it's usually like first come first serve. Hi Sadie.
It's a rare copy of Mario is missing.
What?
Mario.
Rare copy.
There's a Mario game where you didn't play as Mario. It's called Mario is Missing. Remember we rented it a handful of times. It's on SNES.
Mario is
You're talking to me about this?
Mario is missing. Oy.
You know what? No one
You know what else is missing? The fun.
Yeah,
no, it's not a good game. No, it's not.
that's the point. He's missing. It sucks.
They're like, please, let us find them. Buy this.
But it is. He's missing. It's fun, right? You
No
can still
Mario.
have fun.
Everyone doesn't love Mario.
Yeah, you can have fun without Mario, right?
Were there
Yeah,
other
okay.
characters, or was it just a total
I think you play. It's an educational. Okay, so it's edutainment.
Oh, Jesus.
we rented it all the time?
Control
We
Luigi.
read it all the time.
Well, by all the time, I mean there's one time I remember.
It's one.
Annoyed by it. I think we maybe rented it more than once, just trying to like figure it out. But yeah, it was Luigi's first starring role in a video game, which would not occur again until 2001.
It wasn't Luigi's Mansion?
Luigi's
What?
Mansion.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Joe, they're making the next game.
They're making the
Luigi's
next
Mansion
game.
3.
Yeah.
You can play Luigi's Mansion 2 on 3DS, and it's supposed to be very good.
The Haunted.
What?
Yeah.
Dark Moon.
Dark Moons. Yeah,
Dark
something nice.
Moon. So greedy.
It's got multiplayer. It's got co-op.
A couple months ago, I played through Luigi's Mansion on GameCube. I just ran through it in like two
Damn.
sittings, and it's to this day it really stands up.
Holds up.
Is
Okay.
it? It's good. It's fun.
Yeah,
I never-
think it's
I never
still
played
good today. Yeah, I think it's really good. It's like 6 hours, but like I had so much fun with it. And it
Yeah.
has a lot of charm too.
It's just like
you can
Shenmue.
play it. I'm not saying that you should download illegal emulators, but if you were to get a Dolphin emulator and an
Dolphin,
ISO for
yeah.
Luigi's Mansion,
Yes,
you could really
sir.
make it look nice on a modern PC. But you
Yeah.
should only do that if you own the original disc, and nobody on the internet would ever do that. So.
I never
Well,
played.
Mark, what are you looking up?
I never I own a GameCube, but I never owned it like kind of during that period. It was like more like kind of afterwards. I got a GameCube when the more modern consoles came out, but I never really had my own GameCube for some reason. I don't know why. I had PlayStation, and Xbox, but never GameCube.
Yeah, I feel like we were always like swapping consoles.
Yeah,
Always, like, turning in,
But it was
buying
kinda
new
like-
ones.
it was kind of like because me, my brother, and my cousins, we were like super close, but also like we kind of live close to each other. So it was more like we bought a set of like we would buy like the PlayStation and they would buy like the Nintendo ones, kind of like that.
Yeah.
So we would be like switching around like the weekends, like okay, you guys can borrow the PlayStation 2 and then we can
It
borrow the
sounds
game.
pretty ideal.
So like we would get like to play actually like basically everything, but like not owning the consoles themselves.
Yeah. Wow, so smart.
But when everybody got like baller rich, they're like, I got my own console. I got PlayStation and Xbox.
Whoa, I've never had 2 consoles at the same time, Marcus.
Whoa.
Never. Kill me.
What's the first console that was yours? That this is like mine console that I got.
Probably GameCube for me, actually. I was gonna say that earlier. Because like that's when I was like old enough, or like we had like my brother got a Nintendo 64 for his like birthday.
Yeah.
With like,
But like, what was like your? This is my. This console was.
well, it was
bought
still
for me, like,
still like both. I don't know. I don't remember him being especially like possessive over it.
Yeah.
But with GameCube, I was definitely like
this is like yours.
a little bit older and like a little bit more into gaming than he was. So
Yeah.
So Mark took that GameCube.
Oh shit.
What
was your Yo?
I think mine was 360, but I mean my brother bought it for me for my birthday.
Okay.
First one that I guess I did buy like I bought a PS4 actually, but I sold it again. Don't worry about it.
PS4.
Yeah, this was like actually like a year and a half, or no, like 2.5 years ago.
Oh okay.
Bought a PS4.
Oh okay.
But the first like my console, not bought was the Xbox 360.
Okay.
Had that for like 4 years. Gamed on it hard.
I think mine was Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Nintendo 64. Oh my
brother
god.
and I, we got one for Christmas. We like shared it, like back in the day when it was like first came out.
I couldn't. My dad, when I got my N64, couldn't even keep it a secret from me. He was bringing it home from the store, and I was getting groceries out of the car, and I saw it. I was like, "Oh, N64!" It was like, "Yo, you bring this, and I got your Mario and Madden, and blah 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 blah." And I was looking at it like, "Oh, it's really cool. I can't wait to play it." And I was just needling him, and he's like, "Just open the fucking system up and play with it. I don't care."
My mom never did that.
Yeah, we didn't care that much about that stuff.
Monaco, it could be either gifted or bought. Like it was just like this is like your system. Either if you bought it or like you got gifted.
The old stuff, I mean, it was always just mine. My sister wasn't that into it. I think she had a Game Boy.
Well,
Yeah,
so
but-
I guess so. You have a sister.
Yeah.
Do you have other relatives as well?
That's it. We're a small family.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one brother. Joe has one brother.
I have brother as well. It's one. Oh, it's a small family. Well,
Small family.
Hype. And together we're pretty big.
Let's start a sitcom.
But together we're pretty big.
It's not a musical.
What wacky adventures could happen?
Yeah. These brothers and sisters living together. What could possibly go wrong?
They all had small families, but now they're big ones. Now they're one big one.
Having a small family is hard. So when these families got together, it solved everyone's problems.
And
How
no,
much
it's not
higher
anything like
it
the
is.
Brady Bunch. I'm thinking of the Brady Bunch. It's not like that, really.
That's too good.
It's not really
Probably.
like Full House either.
That's the tagline. It's also not like Full House.
Please don't sue us. We are a pretty small company. But we could be big one day.
Just like our family. Oh wait, no. We're not.
Oh wait, oh shit.
Mark took my joke. Can't type fast enough.
Can't type fast enough.
So I saw Fury playing Detroit not too long ago.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Any interesting
Nothing. He didn't shoot that bitch.
He didn't shoot that bitch.
I made sure I watched that part. It was
Shoot
funny.
that bitch.
Nothing too crazy though. But I just think Mark should definitely finish that game.
Yeah.
Maybe on stream.
I have.
I need to get that game. Shit.
I was borrowing it from Topo. So I'll have to...
Oh no, does Topo have
Oh.
it back?
Yeah, I don't have it right now.
Topo has
Topo.
enough games. Topo has enough games. He can already...
Seriously.
He hasn't
That's what we
completed
hear.
like Octopath, has he? I don't know. Has he completed Dark
Probably not,
Souls?
no.
Has he completed?
Probably not. I think he's pretty far on Red Dead. He's far on Red Dead. He's playing Red Dead right now.
Start a new character in Red Dead.
I don't know.
They don't like the mine shops he had, so.
Sounds like me. Just make a new character. Like I'm halfway through. Let's make a new character.
We're making a new character. Screw that.
I have a hard time when it comes to like character customization. I have a hard time to like stick to the character because I always find flaws, and I'm like, ah shit, his nose is crooked. Ah shit, his like cheeks are like all puffy and fucked up. I need to make I play like 10 hours. They make a new character. He looks like fucked up. Like I have a hard time.
Yeah. I was like kind of thinking that with my Red Dead Online character. So I just made him most like so doofy. I was just like, screw it.
Screw it.
Biggest slam duster ever. Oh my god. Bald.
You can adjust like your whistle pitch and
What? Can you?
clarity. Yeah.
What?
I was sitting there like moving the sliders around like up and down, like testing the whistle every few seconds, and I saw like Kira, like our cat's like looking like all freaking out.
Like what's going on?
It's like freep, 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 freep. This isn't quite right.
This is quite right.
The animals are going crazy.
Can I make like a really fucked up pitch? Like,
Yeah, you can make it like you can like a really like sloppy, like barely a whistle. You can lower the pitch, like the pitch, and then you can make it like either like a sloppy whistle or like a really tight whistle.
Oh, this gonna be annoying to have like a really tight whistle, like just like whistle around everybody. Like,
Yeah, like, make everyone's dogs freak out. Another thing that's like interesting, after having not really played a lot of like these types of games, like going into an online console game that just has like voice chat on, like proximity chat. It's like, who ever thought that that's like, how does anyone like develop and test that and say, yep, this is good, let's ship it.
It's like an old Call of Duty lobby. It's crazy.
It's like 30 players in here, all with voice activity. Like no, like
Their mom's doing dishes in the background, yelling at them. You can hear
like
all that.
on and off their headset like constantly. Just always have to just mute everything immediately.
Great game though. Good game.
yeah, 10 out of 10.
It's a good
Yeah.
game.
No, there's a lot
It is
there.
okay.
There's a lot to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's like, as we said, a great concept. Online. This is online. We're all talking about online. Single player is like flawless.
Yeah,
Like,
single player
literally.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
like
a work of art.
Joe Poe's like, I think like 2% into the story, and he's just been like roaming around, like fishing, just like doing all this like side random shit,
That's
making
definitely
some
me.
money.
I can never do main quests.
Yeah, that's what I usually. You usually get beefed up, get a bunch of money beforehand, get some good guns, and you just roll through the story, and you're like this huge rich dude rolling through people.
Baller, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do like that. I don't know. For some reason, when the game tells me to go right, I always go left. I don't care. Don't tell me what to do. I do what I want.
I'm finding those gold bars, some treasure.
Do you see that mountain over there? Yeah, you can climb that.
I'm
There's
going.
gold in them bars.
Yeah. Yeah, there was like a couple hours into the game, not even, and I saved this chick from like a carriage, and she's like, "Yeah, there's like an old house," and she told me like some of the coordinates, and I think I wrote it down in the notebook or whatever. And she's like, "There's some guns there stashed away if you wanna like check it out." Ended up checking it out. Got some fatty guns.
Oh, fatty guys.
And-
Ooh, fatty loot.
Yeah, and like Mark was like kind of looking it up at the same time, and there was like an old lady,
Okay.
and ended up killing her. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
She got in my way. It was no big deal. She stole our guns, but usually there's like 3 brothers there, I guess, or something. So it's
Okay.
like, but they just like happened to be out in a boot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I remember
whatever.
what you mean.
Yeah, and I just like snuck out, all good luck. And right when I was leaving, they were like rolling up.
Huh.
Didn't find me. I got out, but it was just like sick. There's like random encounters like that, and like
I was thinking.
it'll lead you off the beaten path, is what I'm trying to say.
That you know what? I actually I think it was last night. I was actually sitting here and kind of like thinking about random encounters. There's not many games anymore that does random encounters anymore.
Mhm.
Octopath Traveler does.
It does that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, in terms of the number, but
Yeah.
it does do random encounters. on the
So,
map.
so
But there's
like,
not- it's
yeah, like
reasonable.
random, like Goose. Do you mean like specifically like RPG encounters?
Specifically, RPG encounters. Like, if you were just to traverse in the world, you would just stumble upon something.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you're like, what the
gotcha.
fuck is this? I need to check this out. Like, maybe it wasn't there before, but now there's something going on.
Oh, but not necessarily like turn-based RPG.
No,
like,
not
random
just like
encounters.
I would just say in general. It doesn't have to be. If you I just think about that, like usually within RPGs you have like random encounters. If you go and say like pen and paper style, you usually have like random encounters. Like, oh, we're gonna wander around this world, or like just wander to like point A and point B, and in between there might happen something. Maybe there's like bandits that jump on us, or there's like
Right.
a dead
Swarm of
cow,
rats.
like the swamp feeds everywhere. I don't know, but like something going on,
Yeah.
and I really miss those moments within video games also, because like it makes it very like replay value
Mm-hmm.
as something that is like just off and weird and goofy. Like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm not sure about like any other games like too much, but I know for like Rockstar, I feel like because even in GTA 5, like they're big on the
Yeah, Rockstar
whole
usually,
random encounters,
yeah, they're
especially in
bit.
single player.
Bethesda also does that with their Elder Scrolls series and Fallout series. Usually have also random encounters, but not very like not substantial. Usually it's like, oh, there's some bandits. Oh,
Mhm.
there might be something here. Oh, like nothing like really like that's sticking out.
Yeah.
There's
Was
really,
there an
like,
example of a game that you think has done it like the best?
maybe not the best, but done it quite well. For me, it's Dragon Age Origins. I think they did the random, like the whole game itself is a very heavy RPG game.
Yeah.
You can even like the game, like the combat system, everything else is actually like uses a dice system. You can actually turn it on and see like it rolls a d20 and do you hit or not. And it does like the game itself is very like RPG heavy, but yeah, when you wander around the world, stuff might happen in between. Either like you will stumble upon some bandits, or there's like wolves happening, or it could be like weird stuff like you just happen upon like a couple that just like rescued a baby from a meteor crash or something like that. Reference to like Superman or something like that, or fighting
Reference to Superman or something.
I mean, it's basically it. Like it was just like this meteorite, and like this. We found a baby like around here. That's weird. You will get like the very like rare stone that you can use. Even like just like merchants, you would like find merchants that are like very specific to the random encounter themselves. You can't find them in the world anywhere else.
So I think that like maybe this is somewhat related, but like the whole like concept of like a roguelike game,
Yeah,
like a different, because each you sit down and you have like a playthrough and it's like, you know, there's random, like not necessarily random encounters, but like you could randomly find like a lot of extra gold or like a special weapon, and that will like let you go a lot further, or like you could sit down and play 5 runs in a row
Yeah.
and neither be like the same.
roguelike does that really well, but roguelike is just like everything is random generated. Like with each playthrough, everything is like all the rooms themselves, and then all the encounter of the enemies themselves are also
Right.
random. because it's roguelike. It's supposed to be like that. When you die, you will get a new character, and then
So it's like
everything
kind of what we
is-
were talking about, but like basically in the extreme like direction of like that's the,
Yeah,
the entirety of what it is like a random.
but more like set in the world, like a pre-established world. Like everything else is the way it is. It's just that in between sections, something will happen to spice things up, basically. Another game that did it quite well, that was quite funny, was that Fallout New Vegas did it well, and you actually had like a perk that you can get early on, which enables you to find more random encounters and stuff like that. Brenda encounters.
Random Brenda encounter.
Oh, no signal. Oh shit. Oh.
My camera froze, so
Yeah,
I was trying to
I noticed that.
Yeah,
I was like watching the stream, like, I'm not sitting like that.
Yeah, I don't know. What else, like, do you guys feel like? Do you appreciate random encounters? Is it in games? Do you feel like that's done really well?
I do. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Does it always have to be like combat for
No.
random encounters?
It
Or
doesn't
you
have to be
about
combat. It
anything?
can just be something weird. You just meet something a
Like,
random dude, like
Mark stumbled upon this like inbred village in Red Dead.
Okay.
You remember that, Mark?
Yeah. I mean that's
That didn't really like, initiate anything.
so like
though.
I don't know if you've seen any strangers in Red Dead, but like there'll be like a NPC on the map,
Yeah.
or like you might be riding down the road and then you'll be passing someone, or like someone might be coming from the other direction. And it's like a guy on the back of a horse and he's shouting, "Help me, help me!" And you can either like keep running on your destination, or you can turn around and like chase after that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like he's not that guy isn't going to run down that road like every time you load the game. It's just there's a chance that he'll be there.
Exactly. Like, yeah, the chances of it. Yeah. I think I don't know. I really enjoy those random moments.
No, I definitely agree because it definitely, as you said, brings like replayability and just like more of an immersion.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, it feels a little
Especially
bit
when
more
you play.
alive, because also in real life there are fucking random encounters everywhere. It's just like,
Yeah.
so like having like that in the game itself makes it more fun.
Yeah. Like Breath of the Wild, I think maybe it's there's some really cool stuff that happens there.
Yeah.
Like it's not too frequently, but like, you know, when you start getting attacked by ninjas and stuff,
Yeah.
or like you'll just be like, it'll be really late at night, you're in the middle of the world and you're walking, and all of a sudden you see a light and it's another like NPC like walking towards you. You're like, what the hell? What's he doing out here?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then he might have an interesting thing to tell you when you know.
It's not truly random, but if you're playing it blind the first time, the Souls games, you know, all the FromSoft games,
Yeah.
or even Neo for that matter, Goose,
Yeah.
those games feel like the encounters are random. Like you're just walking and they troll you with some guy behind a corner or something like
Yeah.
that, or something jumps out of the water and goes after you,
You're like,
and it genuinely surprises and is for me it's pleasant. I mean, I enjoy that sort of thing.
yeah, that's why I also really love the Soul, like, well, any kind of like those Soul type games where like every time I play it, the AI behavior is so random. Like it might just not do the same shit it did the last time. It just might do something completely else.
Yeah.
Like kind of like throw you off. Like, oh shit, you did this time. What the fuck? You didn't do this. Or like, why the fuck did you jump over there when he was over there? Like, yeah,
Yeah. And since you have to like adapt to that situation, it
exactly. Like you have to,
engages your mind and
yeah, you kind of like you always have to be prepared. Like corners are the worst enemy. Like, well, gravity is your worst enemy, but the corners are like second enemy. Like you need to watch those fucking corners. Fucking
what in the Dark Souls games, they come around and get you.
Get you.
Oh sure, yeah.
They'll get you.
Oh,
They'll get you.
I haven't really looked much, but from Software they released a VR game.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The VR game
Yeah,
at Bloodborne 2.
yeah. There's a reference.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot of Bloodborne reference in it, and there might be a rumor about a Bloodborne 2. Like, ooh.
There's a doll in the game,
Yeah.
and the doll is looks like the doll in Bloodborne, and you probably can't see it. In my
They kind of like
camera.
it's like, yeah,
It makes contact.
yeah,
It does the make contact pose, and not only does it do it like this, but it shifts, so it does it both ways,
Yeah.
just like in Bloodborne. And when you read the description for the doll, it's like a doll from a tale that is an unfinished tale or something like that. And it's like, oh, unfinished tale.
Unfinished tale is like, oh, so Bloodborne isn't finished. It's like,
maybe it is supposed to be unfinished.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the doll's like Bloodborne 2.
Bloodborne, baby.
Oh.
And that got me really good. And also like the book in that VR game as well. There's you can like book you can find. Blood and Bones, I think it's called. And he referenced like you can see on the title of the book it's like look like a character from Bloodborne. They use like the claw fist weapon. I'm not sure what it's called. And that it might reference into Bloodborne about a ancient civilization that was buried in sand. And then it might be, if you're gonna be a prequel, like if you're gonna be a Bloodborne 2, that it might actually be a prequel to the first one. Because
whatever. I don't care.
Prequels are.
I just want a Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Just give me it.
Just give me Bloodborne 2.
We don't have to. We don't have to mince words. Prequel, sequel, parallel story. I don't care. Does it have blood echoes? Does it have gothic horror?
Is it old gods?
What about celestial beings?
Yeah, exactly. Old gods doesn't
Rifle spear, check. Rifle
spear, yeah.
Does it have tentacles? Does it have tentacles? If it has tentacles, we're interested.
But does it have rifle spear? Gotta have that. Best weapon in the game. No, my best weapon, but my favorite weapon is the stake drive, or the stake driver.
That's. I don't think I played that. That's the like big. It's got like a big pokey thing.
Yeah, it has basically like a metal stake, and you can like the R2 is like you can charge it up, and it's like kind of like explodes.
All the weapons are great.
They all, yeah.
Well, they all have their own movesets, and they have. It's almost like they create different mechanics, based on the weapons, and
each
really, really great. I really like it.
And each weapon has their own. It's kind of like it feels like Monster Hunter, where like each weapon has its own like moveset, and it feels completely different from one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also like the weapons themselves have also a story behind them as well. Like who has wielded them or who crafted it or like some legend behind the weapon itself. The weapons are, I think the Bloodborne weapons are phenomenally fucking badass and so goddamn satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, Neo, which is a great game, it's like there are just like a couple little things that it's missing that those other games do, like Bloodborne and Souls. Like this, like the stances in Neo don't quite mean exactly what they mean in Bloodborne or Dark Souls with the weapons, like the trick weapons and stuff. It's not, but it's like it's super. I love Neo. I don't like.
Yeah.
What? Some bows.
What? Ben, I trusted you. I fucking trust you, Ben.
No, but I mean, like there are little subtle things like that that are just really a high quality thing that for some reason only From and that guy Miyazaki can.
But also, what I noticed about Neo compared to Bloodborne and Dark Souls are that Dark Souls is a very slow-paced game compared to Neo.
Yeah. Because
the enemies are more vicious in a way, like you take a lot of fucking damage from the enemies, and that your moves, you're quite fucking slow with your moves as well. Like you're not very like efficient with the moves or like very speedy with it. Like it can be, but it's not really in a way. You can not be like that speedy. While in like this, and that makes it more like impactful when you have a weapon. You make like maybe 1 or 2 hits, but it's a lot more impactful when you actually do them.
Yeah.
Compared to like Neo, where it's like a lot more wavy. Like it feels light and not really impactful when you do the attacks themselves.
Neo wants you to wear down an enemy and like break their stamina and do stuff like that. And so like one little hit won't do that much, but if you get like 3 or 4 in a row after they've missed, then you can really like mess up an enemy. And like a boss, for example, in Neo, I mean, in Dark Souls, there's a lot of bosses at like a regular, at an average level are like 30 hits to kill or something like that. in Neo, it's probably more hits to kill a boss at an average level because it's like we expect you to get like a combo where you get like 8 hits on a guy and then you back up and make another 5 like really quick, and then that'll take more of their energy. Or something.
And you've got like your special meter that you can,
Summer your guardian basically,
and
just like
explode all over. Yeah.
But
I like Neo.
You can like.
You also have a cat in your that you carry inside of your clothing, which is an important difference between Neo and the Souls games. Is that you carry a cat with you, a spirit cat.
Yes.
So
what?
Dark Souls doesn't have that. I mean, I expect by the time PS5 comes around,
they might implement a cat. Maybe
technology might be there.
Yeah.
If they don't, dead game.
Dead meme.
Well.
I feel like the interesting about Neo is that you have the whole stamina system, so it becomes like kind of like a rock paper scissors game where like you need to find a way to like, how do I counter this dude and how can I wear down his stamina? It's like I basically one shot him.
Yeah.
But also like what do you have in Dark Souls, which kind of considered in Neo as well with the whole stamina, but in Dark Souls you have like a kind of like a stagger meter. You can stagger enemies, you can stagger bosses if you deal enough massive damage. Yeah, depends on the enemy.
And it depends on the enemy, and it depends on the weapon you're using too. Like a lot of weapons don't really stagger.
Exactly.
But some weapons will stagger on one hit. Like it's that significant.
Yeah.
As you said, Goose, like the hits are very impactful. Like whatever the motivation of the weapon is, like I say the motivation of whatever the design of the weapon is, that's what it will do.
Exactly.
And so like there are like like for example, I'm trying to think of a good low damage weapon like
straight sword,
like those gloves or something. Great.
Yeah.
They don't take much stamina, but they expect you to make a bunch of hits with it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Before anything happens. So.
And to be able to dodge
bleed
away
or something like that.
Yeah. Bleed is fucking OP though.
Yeah.
Bleed has always been so good. Because it's not very bosses or like enemies that are like resistant towards bleed effects.
No.
For some reason it was like
OP.
What? They introduced ice in the latest one, right? Like you can get like frostbitten in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. You have the weapons that if you even if you block, you get a little.
It goes through. Yeah.
Through your block, which is an interesting thing. I use the ice sword you get fairly early in the game. I used for a big part of it because it was such a cool weapon and it had such a good effect. Like it was good damage plus it had that effect.
Yeah, and it's like exactly you can get it. Well, yeah, you can get it early on if you defeat that monster.
Yeah,
he's kind of hard himself. Like for not for me. Well, I know, Ben. Like you and me, like
sorry, bro.
Well, you and me, Ben. I know. No. I'm just saying for like casual, like it might be hard, but like for us, it wasn't really that hard.
Whoa, for us, it sounded like you were pretty surprised by it, Goose.
The good thing about the Souls games, of course, is that the co-op is like a backdoor difficulty meter too. It's like if you for something like that, if you could bring somebody in your game and 2 people would take that thing down easy.
Yeah. So. Definitely. But I feel like Dark Souls 3 has been. I kind of like Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls more because Dark Souls 3 is like too much. Like there's too much like overpowered weapon, like massive, cool, fancy weapons. Where like Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls were more like straight, old school weapons. Basically, like you have some legendary cool weapons, but they were like not as many.
Well, the big thing it did is it had the guy.
Oh no, Ben!
Mark, what did you do?
Mark, what did you do?
I don't know if I caused. It seems like I caused that, huh? I switched. I guess that's what it Mark.
I don't know. It's the second time it happened. Literally,
I don't know.
The app in Google Chrome like crashed and then it just came back up.
I changed my camera at the exact moment.
That's weird.
What I was saying was Dark Souls 3, you can convert the boss souls to like these amazing weapons, and every boss has either a sword or a shield, right, or a piece of armor.
So yeah,
And
I need piece of armor or weapon. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, the reason Dark Souls 1 in particular is the best one is the world and
Yes.
how interconnected it is. And I don't think there is another game that I can think of where you have this really, it's like, I was telling somebody last night that Dark Souls is almost like a Metroidvania game. Like
It is.
Yeah, it really is.
You have no map.
Look,
It's very
yeah,
big.
you have no map. You get things that allow you to go back to allow you to easily backtrack.
Yeah.
And but they do it in a 3D space
Yeah.
in this interconnected world. I can't think of another game that does it quite like Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1 in particular.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, when I oh sorry.
no, I'm done. I got my thought in.
Okay, I was gonna say, like so I'm not really like I've never like beat a Dark Souls game. It's never really been my thing, right? But I was always curious about them.
Yeah.
So pretty much like one of the first games I started streaming like was Dark Souls 1 on PC. Just over a year ago.
I remember that.
I remember that.
And like
Great
so I've heard a lot about it. Like I just heard about it on podcasts and stuff. I'm like, okay, I think this is a game for me. I'm kind of a hardcore gamer. Never really been into Dark Souls, so I wanted to play it. But like, I had tried it before and spent some time in it, and then that was like months prior. But I had a friend who was like pretty good at the game, and I was like, fuck it. I know this isn't how you're supposed to experience, but I'm just gonna like have him come over.
Yeah.
Show me where to go,
Yeah.
and help me, because like I'm not gonna experience this. Like, I just won't do it by myself, or I just won't do it where I have to figure it out. But like at least I can have someone sitting aside that's like, okay, now run down this alleyway and pick up this chest because you're gonna get a really good, nice ring that's gonna help you out.
Yeah, in Dark Souls 1, when you make it to Firelink Shrine, like spoilers, I guess, for this old ass game.
But it's
like
it's its own game. We can spoil
It's
anything.
not really a spoiler. It's like the literally beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Like this is review stuff. But like when you get to the main hub in Firelink Shrine in Dark Souls 1, the game, to its credit and to its detriment, gives you the choice of a million ways to go. You can go to the Undead Burg. You can go to New Londo Ruins.
I just went straight.
You could go. You might be able to go back to this asylum. Although I think I don't know if you can do anything there, but I think you can go back if you go to the bird.
I'm pretty sure.
And like you could do all of these things. It gives you all this, and it has a number of pits and stuff you can fall into also. But the problem is the path you're supposed to go, the Undead Bird, is the least obvious path of all of them.
Yeah, because like this, it goes around this fucking.
So the first time I played Dark Souls 1, I didn't even see it. And I was sitting around, I was going to the catacombs. I'm like, these skeletons won't die. I don't know.
I did the same thing. I did the same. I think I went to New
That's what I did. I quit the game instantly.
I went to there first, but the fucking ghost kills me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I can't kill this ghost. I'm shooting
I can't hit this ghost.
Yeah.
Of course, when you do Undead Burg, like when I actually found it, I was like, oh, well, this is. I mean, yes, it was still difficult, but it was way more manageable than it was before. Like it was a totally different game.
But it became
and then it was the right kind of challenge, in my opinion. It was like, this game is going to be tough. It's going to challenge you. You're going to have to repeat stuff.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly rewarding, and that's why I love it so much.
And also about Dark Souls 1 is that it has a incredible level designs. So you have an easy time to remember where you've been and where to you should be going.
Right.
Could be like, okay, Undead Bird, but it looks like this. I remember this bridge. I remember this dragon.
It even uses the design of the levels, the art of the levels to guide you.
Yeah.
So, for example, you are in, you're going to fight Sif, the wolf.
Yeah.
And you're in this dark wooded area, and you're just walking around. There's a bunch of trees everywhere, and then you see in the distance this door and this little tiny opening and like a white light coming out of it. It's like inviting you to come.
Yeah, it's like,
it.
oh, come in here. It's safe.
The whole area is like this kind of maze thing, but then you see this light at the end of the tunnel, and so that's where you need to go, and that's how it signposts you, which is just such a natural, brilliant way of doing it.
Yeah.
And
it invites curiosity.
It doesn't, right. It tells you what to do, but it doesn't just like straight up tell you what it doesn't put a thing like a little
it's like, hey, listen,
compass or it doesn't show a little arrow on the ground like in Bioshock.
Yeah.
It's like, go this way. It's
Yeah.
not like that, but if you look, it tells you what to do.
Yeah.
So.
And it's probably one of the best boss battles in the game, in my opinion.
What
But
boss is it?
not best, but like the most emotional.
It's impactful.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you not want to beat it.
It's
which
like
is,
and you're like, I can't exit. It's fucking fog. Fuck shit.
What?
and it's a required.
Sounds
It's a required
It's
boss,
required.
so it's not even optional. You have to kill.
And you helped me with that, man, because I never completed Dark Souls 1 before. Like, it was very close to the end.
Oh yeah, that's
And I was
right.
like,
forgot
what?
about that.
How the
Like, yeah,
fuck
you
can I
have to do
get to 4 kings? I can't get fucking down here. You like, you need an abyss.
Chaos ring.
I need the abyss walking
it. Or
ring.
the
I'm
abyss
like,
ring, excuse me.
because I skipped Sif because I would want to do the DLC first before.
There's no skipping stuff.
I was like, God damn! I don't want to kill Sif. I don't want to kill Sif. Please.
Spoilers.
But it's awesome because I played it before the DLC, and now when I play this DLC, I'm like, okay, the battle doesn't change, but there's like a different atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
It's like it was fucking awesome. I'm like, okay, this.
The other great thing about this game, even though we just did a bunch of spoilers for anybody who's still who's still listening and stuff, is like you can say this stuff, but the game is still not really spoiled. Like you go into the game and there's nothing like you won't know any of these things. Like the experience is what it is. The spoiler part would be, hey, somebody's gonna jump out at you here, or hey, this thing's gonna happen at you right here.
This person's gonna die. Like,
Whoa.
Right, but the experience is it's like riding a ride for the first time. Is like you don't quite know how it's going to twist and turn.
the unknown and like
then-
emotional.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was trying to avoid by having a friend there. I know that's like the exact wrong way to play,
yeah.
but I was just like, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I guess I feel like I tried the game a couple times. I'm like, no, it's not for me. But then I was like, you know what? Wait, maybe I'll have my mom over. We can hang out. He can like show me what's up.
Mark's computer got hacked and
That's why he died.
that dude
Oh,
came to your
yeah.
stream.
That's a
The
pretty.
ladder.
Oh
my god!
I was playing on PC. It's PC Dark Souls 1, and not the. Did they just re-release it, remaster
But
or
it's
something?
a remaster, but it did before it was prepared to die
Support.
edition.
Yes. So it was prepared to die edition. There's another piece of software people use. I forget what it's. Yeah, or there's DS Fix, but there's also like Dark Souls. Like it helps people connect, like multiplayer. It's a third party software that you download.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Either
but
way.
basically it helps people group up. But like, so I was using that, and like one guy was helping me. We were running through the Blight Town area.
Oh fuck that.
And then some guy joins. I was streaming at the time. Some guy joins my chat. His name is World Destroyer. And then the dude helping me out is like, ban him now, ban him immediately.
He's
Like,
gonna grief you by.
He's a troll.
shit. Yeah.
and he basically like he used some exploit through this third party software, and he like edited my like not like edited my game file, but he basically like made my game crash.
Yeah.
Oh wow! What the fuck?
Yeah, he like
They
made
will
my game
drop
crash.
items in too that make you look like you cheated and stuff like that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they will do things to mess with your game state so that to get you banned or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's on From and I guess Namco who publishes the game because that stuff shouldn't happen. Like people shouldn't be like invasions aren't. I mean, obviously Dark Souls invented invasions, sort of, but like doing that shouldn't trigger a cheating state or something like that. That's really on them for not developing product right.
Yeah.
It
I
just
still like
leans
it.
into the true brutality of Dark Souls, though.
It should mess with your save game. I mean, that's
That's
a little-
fucking-
Oh yeah,
That's
if they can like delete your save game, yeah. But like he
It's
just
not
like
It's not like a delete. It's like it'll corrupt your data. Yeah.
so you have
and
to
From
just-
might see you as a cheater and ban you from online.
Yeah.
which is
Oh,
really
okay,
bad.
okay.
That's worst.
Yeah, my specific situation was actually like really funny, and I'm kind of glad it. But that's the last time I played Dark Souls was like
Oh.
Yeah.
I want the
But-
Demon Souls remastered, please.
I think it'll come.
I want that. I got so sad when they shut down the servers. Like, no.
I think that's why they shut down the servers. I think it's going to be coming at some point. they know they could sell like 2 million copies of it.
Yeah.
They have to make better resolution assets and things like that. I bet there's probably a challenge getting it out of like a PlayStation 3 version, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a developer, so I don't know. But like,
yeah, I have no idea.
But I would bet it's coming. It's easy money.
He is a fucking money.
They'll have Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, but then there needs to be a bridge between that and then whatever is after that game, I think.
But a lot of people
Demon's Souls.
A lot of people has experienced Dark Souls, but not a lot of people has experienced Demon Souls. Like a lot of people might have heard about it, but not many have actually played that game. It was quite underrated for its time. Like of course it was the game.
It's PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, and but it was also the game that just jumpstart this whole like Dark Souls, like that kind of challenge. Yeah. One thing I really miss about Demon Souls was that it had a very interesting concept of a light side and a dark side version of the maps. So if players, I don't exactly remember what the requirements were, but I know that if players died a lot in a specific like world or a realm, that world will like plummet into darkness and all enemies will become harder, but it will also like open up new areas within that world.
Are you talking about Anor Londo?
No.
No, you're talking about
I'm talking about Demon Souls. It has a light side and a dark side.
Long time.
Yeah, you had like a light side and a dark side realm to each individual like realm to it, and it opened up like different like new like paths within those worlds. So you can get new like armors and new weapons, but also like unlocks new like monsters and difficulties and stuff like that.
That's cool.
It was very weird but very interesting concept to the game.
It also had a boss fight that was like a weird meta boss fight where the boss is a player that you will eventually be in, it's a player invading your world.
Yeah.
But they're the boss.
Yes.
It was a great idea. And of course, without the online, that's impossible. Now it's probably just an NPC.
It probably is an NPC.
But it was actually an online player.
Yeah. It was a boss and it was an online player. It really surprised you. It's the Tower of Lodger, maybe?
Yeah. It was a prison. It was a prison, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I hated the place, but yeah.
It was a nice twist. I mean, very clever.
Yeah, it was very clever.
So what do you guys think about the new game that they're working on?
Shadows Die Twice?
Yeah.
It looks way more mobile. You can zip around and stuff like that. Like, you can use that chain and go, like, up trees and
grappling
things like
the
that.
shit, like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
some ways kind of like Neo in terms of the mobility. It looks a little more
It looks like a twist or like a mash between Neo and kind of like For Honor, because you can like kind of block directionally with each hit. Because you can't really like block, you can only kind of like parry, and you need to do it very like precisely for the attacks. And you don't have like, you only have like a katana basically. Supposedly you only have like a katana. You can get like a secondary weapons, but your main weapon is always the same weapon. So you need to like master that weapon basically, how it moves, the moveset for it, and like how to perform the different like parries, stuff like that.
So how do you think it's gonna have like aspects of a Souls game, or like, of course not necessarily, it's not even under that, but it's developed by them. So like,
I'm sure it has a bonfire equivalent, a reusable health equivalent.
Okay.
I would imagine
hard ass bosses.
NPCs that have their own quest lines that you can choose to participate or not.
Or
Invasion, I bet it exists.
Yeah.
I would imagine. I bet it takes a lot of that stuff, and I bet it just I bet it's going to be mostly changing the combat formula, I would imagine.
But also
but that they keep the open worldness.
But also title itself, Shadows Die Twice. You can die, like you die and you can resurrect yourself from that state of point.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm pretty. They've convinced me. They have a good record on this. I don't think any of the Souls and the Soulsborne games have been bad. I mean, I know some people are a little down on Dark Souls 2, but it's still a pretty good game. And so the fact is that I'm just on board with it. I mean, they haven't done anything to ruin my trust in them yet. Even though, I mean, they're flawed games. It's not like they're perfect.
Especially nowadays.
But I would expect them to be good. So, look, I'm probably going to just wait on the game. I'll do like a network test or something when it comes out. But other than that, I'm just going to wait and play all the other stuff that's out in the meantime.
So Dark Souls 3 came out March 2016. And this game is slated to come out March 2019.
Yeah.
That's actually not too far.
Yeah.
So that's 3 years. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
In between games.
Especially for a whole new IP.
Right.
New publisher as well, Activision.
Yeah.
Well, do you think that they're like, I mean, if like, so you said Bloodborne 2 was leaked or whatever, like hinted at in the...
Will Sekiro Shadows Die Twice be at BlizzCon? They put it under the Blizzard launcher. Oh, would you imagine if they did that?
Well, it's
probably
like and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice and Hearthstone.
Yeah. Sekiro is it's on Steam at least.
I'm sure it will be. It's too.
It is Activision.
It is Activision, but it's still like it's on Steam. You can pre-purchase it on Steam. Sekiro.
Oh, okay.
Alright, boys, I'm gonna have to bounce out right now. I got to work. So I just want to say peace out. Ben, thank you. Much love.
Thank you so much, dude.
Definitely be talking to you boys later.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'll leave my shit up so you guys can obviously chat some more.
Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you so much.
All right, dude.
Take care, brother.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye. Oh, we're gonna see the darkness again. The void. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to wrap up soon as well.
Yeah, same here. It's getting late.
So, was it 10 something or 10 where you are, Goose?
Yeah, it is 10. Nice. Yeah, it's 10. It's getting late. It's getting late. But I feel like anything else you wanna guys bring up and talk about?
I didn't have any specific ideas. Play the Messenger. Celeste is the game of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've had a couple friends tell me like to play Celeste, so I definitely need to.
My favorite game.
It looks good. It looks good.
2018 for sure. Are the Game Awards? When are they? This week or next week? They're soon, right?
Soon.
I want to say it's Friday, maybe. I mean, I don't really care that much about awards and stuff.
It's on Friday. Yeah, Friday.
Cool. So I'll definitely watch that because I just think it's fun. Like,
what is that like broadcasts over?
I just lost my headphones. I'll definitely watch that, and I appreciate stuff. I think Celeste is up for Game of the Year on the Game Awards. Yeah, but I could be wrong.
And they're live on YouTube as well.
YouTube.
Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, like, you get to see train wrecks. Like, you get to see that guy Joseph Fares go on a drunken rant.
That was hilarious. Man. That was hilarious. I love Joseph Fares.
I hope they do like a Fallout 76 Q&A.
They're putting him on stage again, but I'm sure they're gonna tell him, look, you can't be a nightmare again.
Crazy Swedish guy.
Who is he from? What is he from?
He made A Way Out and Brothers: A Tale of
Tale 2.
Yeah. And he was the guy last year who was like, "This is the fucking best. This is the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Shit."
EA's not that bad, okay?
He was okay.
He must have been drunk.
Oh yeah.
And it was a great moment, and like it was sincere, right? Like he wasn't.
No,
like,
it was
sincere. He was sincere.
He was just not like the
just...
broadcasting team. It was not cool with them to be acting how he was acting and saying what he was saying.
Jeff Keighley was like very uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, Keighley is like, well, I'm here to talk to Joseph Fares, and he's got A Way Out coming, and it's a great game, and it'll be here this spring, and we should talk to him. And he's like, this is the fucking best thing, Jeff Keighley.
You can definitely see on Jeff is like, I should not brought him on. Ah, goddamn. This is my show. This is my show. Get this fucking freak out of here.
I still like. I went back and watched some of the clips of the Game Awards when Joel McHale was the co-host, and I know people don't like that, but I loved how he just was making sarcastic comments the entire time, and I think some of the developers were like, "I don't like that you're making fun of my thing or whatever," but I mean, just making fun. Like, who cares?
Who cares?
But it was. They changed it. They got away from that format after Joel McHale decided to just do whatever.
And now it's Jeff Keighley's show. Definitely. Mark, anything?
I mean, if you boys have Splatoon, that's where you'll find me. I've been playing so much Splatoon lately. We got a second Switch, so just so we can play Splatoon, me and Amanda together. That's probably what we're gonna go do after dinner.
Amanda, isn't it the stupid thing about Splatoon is you have to hit the like B- or something to be able to play with your friends and stuff like that?
Yeah, well,
What?
so
You can get her there. It's not that bad.
the casual mode is like you all join a lobby and then it's just you roll the dice. It's like, so sometimes you're not on your friend's team, which is like, at first it's like, okay, that's annoying, but they do have like, I can do 2v2 or 4v, or I can queue up as twos, like me and my friend can join ranked together, or we can take 4 and do ranked. Those modes are there, and they're actually a lot more interesting than Turf War anyways.
I bet Amanda could get to the rank. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, I don't like that it requires that, but there. The reason I bring it up is I was just gonna say the reason I bring it up is I made it to that, and you're there, and if we have Amanda, we only need one more person, and then we can have a team of 4, and we can set up.
Oh yeah, I've got a few other friends. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. Ink everywhere, ink all over the wall.
Ink all over the wall. Oh my god!
I was okay at the game when I played it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's like a lot of like, there's just so much game there. There's a lot of I like the grind, how they have like the abilities, and you can kind of like build your own gear.
That's cool.
Did you see when Nintendo did the Switch Online service, and like, of course, Splatoon was free forever.
Yeah.
And then you see these Miiverse things, these kids drawing pictures, and it's like, bye everyone, I'm not gonna be able to play with you anymore now that Nintendo's and it's sad. Like, it's depressing about these poor kids, like some 8-year-old who's playing this game. It's awful.
You know, there's single player stuff, and but like most of the game is the multiplayer.
It's the online,
yeah.
That's the meat of it. The single player is fine, I guess, but it's
you buy it for the multiplayer, basically.
Yeah. And I guess absolutely. Like right when they had that paid Switch, there was a lot of issues with the servers. Like, at least my friend who was playing at the time, she said like there were way more like communication errors and like disconnects.
Oh wow.
Just like for a little bit after it's like, what the fuck, I'm paying for this now, and it's like, what was quality? Like, yeah, but
it's not even it's P2P. Like, it's not even really the server is only to set up the connection. So it's like they charge you for this service, but it's not a central server.
Yeah, it's like
there would be justification for having that fee.
Wow, that's
so it's pretty lousy. Nintendo really did a bad job with the
peer-to-peer is just not functional anymore. That's such
it works.
Yeah,
it's not like it doesn't work for the most part with Splatoon, but you shouldn't be paying to host your own connections. I mean,
exactly. That's the point. Like, you shouldn't pay for it. It's just if it's peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. Like, is that like is that the standard for all Switch on? Like, do we know like what Smash is? Like, Smash is going to be peer-to-peer because it's 1 versus 1, right? Like,
I don't know.
Probably.
I would bet it's. I think we'll probably find out when it comes out. Did they do a network test on Smash yet? Like a demo?
Not that I know.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so either.
So
I was gonna say, if they did that, then we would know for sure, like, what kind of.
They should definitely do that. Isn't it like getting to like? Shouldn't they do that soon?
It's next week. Game comes out
I
next
would
week.
think if you have a
they did it for Splatoon. They did it for ARMS. Like, I remember like playing ARMS before that was out.
They need to sell Splatoon and they need to sell ARMS. Like, they know they'll sell. Smash Brothers is going to be the top selling game for December, probably.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would imagine.
It's a holiday, so like.
Well, the Pokemon game did insanely well.
Yeah.
Like,
sold a lot of units.
Well, this will do what this will. I would imagine this is so anticipated. Will it outsell Pokemon?
I thought I heard something about like a pre-order, like there's more already sold copies of Smash Ultimate than like any other all other Smash games combined or something like that. Some crazy stat about its pre-orders because so many people have Switches. And
I'm not even good at Smash Bros, but I pre-ordered it because I mean I'll play it for a bit. And I for sure want to play online with some people, but but it's just such an anticipated game. So I'm looking forward to it. I like that they brought all the characters back. I hope, and it sounds like there's some other good stuff around it. Like the single player stuff sounds good, and
the single player sounds good. Like the spirits are like kind of interesting.
I think it's gonna be really good. But we'll see. I'm buying it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a roar. It's a roar. Oh my god.
What about Mr. Game & Watch? What about
well, that's Snake.
That's Joe. Joe's main is Game & Watch.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
How about Villager?
Oh god.
Villagers, I don't know. I like Animal Crossing, so I tried to play Villager in Wii U, and I just feel like he was just garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's got character tiers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure not all
Bayonetta S tier.
Is she really?
She wasn't a
Wii.
Yeah,
I watched like one Wii U tournament, and it was like everyone was Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely Spyro. We're gonna definitely. I'm gonna stream it, and
I'm gonna stream a lot of Smash.
I'm sure
I'm gonna play some singles. I'm gonna play some doubles. But yeah, I'm gonna kick some ass for sure. I can't wait. Gonna make some babies.
If we arrange it, we need to arrange a time where we're all able to stream it and do a lobby or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be a blast. That'd be so much fun.
Do like free for alls and shit like that. It's crazy shit.
And then we could have a Discord call to chat while we're doing it.
Yeah, I'm in.
I know online chat's garbage, so we should just use Discord anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's what we do for Splatoon.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, yeah. Thanks for joining us, Walrus.
Oh, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Walrus.
I hope I contributed positively.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
You did. It's pretty. There's essentially no format really, so we're kind of just hanging out.
Yeah,
But,
it's more like
yeah.
it's kind of like just hanging out, just chatting and talking whatever games or news or music, whatever.
If I'm gonna plug real quick. So
Plug.
But also in January, if you happen to be in the Washington D.C. area, thanks, Spyro. If I will be, I have a panel that I'm going to be doing at MagFest. It's a music and gaming festival, like a con. And I'm doing a panel on retro game collecting. So if for some reason you happen to be in Washington, I will be there, and you can shake my hand and come to my panel. But it's in the off chance that you'll be in Washington,
that's awesome. Might as well try.
That's really cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if it can get streamed on Twitch too. So we'll see if I can do that.
Yeah, if you can just like record it, just try to record it on your phone, just as like a audio log. And
I do like panels and public speaking and stuff for a living. So
you do? I had no idea actually. That's fucking cool. Yeah. Nice. Was that Amanda in the background?
Yeah. Petting the cat.
That's fine.
Can Amanda like just run to Joe's house and take over?
It'd take maybe 10 minutes.
All right. Well, I guess this is the end part of the show. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you so much once again, Walrus.
Yeah.
For hanging
out.
Take
care, guys.
We're gonna find someone to raid here, but if you guys have any suggestions.
It would be nice if a friend of mine was streaming because he's trying to hit affiliate and we could boost him. So let me see if he's going. He might not be right now.
All right.
Doesn't look like he is.
Thank you, Spyro, for hanging out, dude. Thank you, everybody else.
Yeah, Spyro, thank you so much.
Who's still sticking around. Thank you so much, Sarah, as always. Much love and I appreciate everybody. Yeah, we're gonna find someone to raid here. We're gonna turn over the love to someone else. I'm trying to see if I have anyone here that might be. But yeah, if you guys have any
My
suggestions,
friend JKX Wing, he's playing this game Yoku's Island Express. He's a speedrunner. He has a record. It's like platforming pinball. I played it on stream, but this guy's really good at it. And he's a German guy, going for world records and stuff like that.
is he okay? Yoku's Island Express, is that what's playing right now?
It's a fun little game. It's interesting, especially, and you can get it on Switch.
Huh. Okay.
So it's like, so right here, he's fighting a ball. I could see your thing. He's fighting a boss, and he has to hit the pinball into the boss in a certain way.
Yeah.
It's a good game. It's a really good game. I mean, if you have a PC or Switch and you want, I mean, it's a.
Did you ever play the Sonic Pinball game?
Sonic Pinball? I have played it. It's garbage. I mean, some people like it. I think it's slow and crappy.
This is what it reminds me of.
Except that this is a good game, and Sonic Spinball.
I'll stick to Shenmue and Sonic Pinball.
Shenmue.
And you disrespect Yakuza by invoking Shenmue, and you disrespect Yoku's Island Express by invoking Sonic Spinball.
Oh wow! We're gonna have riot in the shed. We're gonna riot in the shed right now.
Sonic Spinball, my god.
I thought it was relevant to this. We're looking at it.
Go back.
Close.
What's funny? It is a similar concept. Go back and like watch Sonic Spinball now, and you'll see like how slow and not like how not good
hardly.
it is.
Yeah, let's rate him, I suppose.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Was he the one that tried to be affiliate? Yeah.
He might already be affiliate. I'm not sure, but he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
And he rated me once, and
Sweet.
Sweet.
he's a neat dude.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. It was a blast as always. And yeah. Oh, thank you, Mark, for the raid call. And yeah, let's see if we can't give some love and appreciation for this dude. Thank you all for hanging out here. Thanks once again, Ben, for hanging out.
All right,
Mark.
guys. See you later.
All right, let's do this. Bye.
Sweet.